And today I will speak about the matrices, the definitions, notations, and even some operations. To be easy and clear for you, I will start directly with the first example. As you can see, I have matrix A, matrix B, matrix C, another matrix which is D, and the matrix E, and finally I have matrix F. As you can see in matrix A, I have some numbers inside grad. Those numbers arranged in rows and columns as well. You can rename each number of those as element. Then this is the first element, this is the second element, this is the third element, and this is the fourth element. That's mean in matrix A, I have 4 elements. But in matrix D, we have 9 elements. This is the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, and so on. When you count them, they will become 9. In matrix like F, I have only 1 element. Then the elements, it can be more or even less. Anyway, I will try right now to find the order of matrix A. Count with me. Inside the matrix A, we have how many rows? This is the first row, and this is the second row. Regard that, I will type here 2 multiplied by. Count now the numbers of the columns. This is the first column, and this is the second column. Then I will write here 2. You can read it like that. 2 by 2. Then I will come here and I will type the matrix A from the order or from the dimension 2 by 2. It's mean I have 2 rows and 2 columns. Then the first number refer to the number of the rows, and the second number refer to the number of the columns. By the same way, I will try to find the order of matrix B. Then let's count the row first. How many rows we have here? We have 2 rows. Then this is 2 by. How many columns we have here? 2 columns. Then 2 by 2. Then you can type now the matrix B from order 2 by 2. Let's do the same but for matrix C. Then for matrix C, how many rows we have? We have only 2 rows. And how many columns? Just 1. Then this will be 2 by 1. Then the matrix C from the order 2 by 1, because we have only 1, we have 2 rows and only 1 columns. Now let's compute the order of matrix D. Count with me. I have how many rows here? I have 3 rows, then 3 rows, pi. How many columns? 3 columns. Then the matrix D from the order 3 pi 3, or from the dimension 3 pi 3. Now let's compute the order of matrix E. For the matrix E, I have only 1 row, then it will be 1 pi. How many columns here we have? We have 3 columns. Then the matrix E from the order 1 pi 3. Finally, let's compute the order of the matrix F. Here I have only 1 row, then 1 pi, and only 1 column, then it will be from order 1 pi 1. Then anyway, to find the order, it's very easy, but remember, the first number refer to the number of rows, and the second one refer to the number of columns. And when you multiply them together, it will give you the number of the elements which is available inside the matrix. Anyway, we have a special case here. If the number of the rows same like the number of the columns, we used to rename the matrix as a square matrix. And if the numbers of the rows not equal to the numbers of the columns, we used to rename it rectangular matrix. But if your matrix contain only 1 row, like the matrix E here, we used to rename it row vector matrix. And if your matrix contain only 1 column, we used to rename it column vector matrix. Anyway, in this example, I have some required and I'll try to compute them with you. The first required, which is to find the order of each matrix, and we have did that. In the second required, I will try to obtain the addition of matrix A plus matrix B, how to add them. Then to add matrix A to matrix B, I will just copy the elements of matrix A and the elements of matrix B. As you know, the matrix A from the order 2 by 2 and the matrix B from the order 2 by 2. That's mean when you add them, this result also should be like them, 2 by 2. I will try to add here the corresponding number. This one corresponds to this 0. They have the same location. This is the first number and this is the first number. Then I should add them together. They will give me now 1. Again, I will add the second number, which is 3 here, to the second number, which is 1 here. When you add them, they will give you 4. By the same way, I will add this location to this location. They corresponding to each other. Then 2 plus 1, which is 3. And by the same way, I have here 0 and I have here 2. They have the same location. They corresponding to each other. Then when you add them, they will give you 2. Then required number 1 now finished. I have the addition between the matrix A and the matrix B. By the same way, I will try now to obtain the matrix A plus the matrix D. The elements of matrix A, 1, 2, and 3, and 0. To add them, I will check the order first. This is from order 2 by 2. And this is from order 3 by 3. Then I cannot add them together because they are from different type. Then you can say A plus B does not exist or undefined because we cannot add them together.